Okay, friends, so let's jump right in because so many of you, I get emails every day about when am I going to put this video out. And so I'm so happy to finally get it to you. The renovations are coming to an end. So I'm so happy to start being able to share content with you around our home renovation. And for anyone who is new, I want to say welcome. My name is Nikki Boyd, and I love all things home organization, everything that has to do with curating a beautiful home. That's what we love over here. And so I'm so excited to share this tip with you because Mike and I recently learned about it when we were trying to figure out an affordable and efficient way to get rid of those popcorn ceilings. In May of last year, we purchased our forever home, which was definitely we love this home. It's so peaceful. It's perfect for us, but it aesthetically needed some updating. And so that's what we've been doing for the past few months. And one of the things that we knew had to go was those popcorn ceilings. And as you know, with popcorn ceilings, they are not really in style. Those are back in the day, everyone had the popcorn ceilings, but also not only necessarily style, because I believe in your home, you have to do what works for you, but it's more so just aesthetically. I didn't like it, and then Mike didn't like it, and then also the cleanliness of them. They don't oftentimes look like the cleanest of ceilings, and I like that just smooth, clean look. And so we went on a mission to find out how can we get rid of these popcorn ceilings. And so first thing we did was run to get estimates on people who professionally do this. And my friend, it is quite expensive. I think all of our quotes ran for our house size, ran in the $10,000 range just to get rid of the popcorn ceilings. And $10,000 for just that task was not in our budget. Along with, if you know anything about Mike and I, we are avid DIYers, do-it-ourselfers in our home. And so for us to pay out that amount to have someone do that task just didn't seem like an option for us because we feel like we can find a way to get this popcorn ceiling down on our own. And so we started to research, and I came across a video. I wish I would have remembered. If I can try to find it, I'll put the video on the screen or in the link below. But it was a couple, a DIYer like ourselves, and they found a way to get the popcorn ceilings down. So, okay, friends, tip number one, and it's so important, is to make sure you don't just go start kind of taking down your popcorn ceiling. Number one, it's messy. Number two, it's a lot of work. But number three, it can be very dangerous, especially in our older homes. You don't know if there's asbestos or anything behind that, which often case that can be the case. So you want to have a professional come and check it out for you just to make sure that it is okay for you to just kind of start taking that down. You definitely don't want to do that without confirming that you're good to go with that. So after that, the next thing is, if you know anything about taking down popcorn ceilings, it is a very messy job. Even when you have companies do it, some of them still use a procedure that is very messy and you have just a disaster over your house. And I definitely did not want that either. And so that's the second thing, and it's by using what we call, it's a tool by Festool, and it is a sander. Mike's the tool guy, but I'm not the tool guy, so I'm going to explain this best way I can, but I am going to share it with you. We're going to show how it works, and so if you want to do this for yourself, it's definitely an option. But it is a sander that works so well with getting down that popcorn ceiling. But what I love about it is it has an extractor. So when it is taking down all of that popcorn, it is pulling it into the extractor so that the mess is not getting on your house. And so I love, love, love that. I also love the fact that it's so simple. It's just a simple process, kind of like you're vacuuming the carpet, and as you go over it, the popcorn is just being sucked in, and then you have this beautiful smooth wall. So just really a seamless process. For a room like a small room, it takes probably about 5 to 10 minutes to get the popcorn ceilings down. For something like a bigger living room, like our living room, I think it took Mike probably about 15, 20 minutes. So just to give you kind of a little estimate on the time factor of what it takes to get all of the popcorn off your ceiling, it's unheard of, unreal. Now, where the downside is, which in the end, if you got to get popcorn ceilings down, this is not a downside, but the Festool is not a cheap machine. I think it ran us around $2,000 for the machine. But here's how we reasoned with it. Number one, $10,000 to hire someone to come do our entire house. or do it ourselves and pay $2,000 for the machine. That's a big difference, right? Even with us putting in the work, because the work is not that bad because the machine is doing the work. The other thing is, you guys know Mike loves a tool. He loves woodworking. He does so many different things. And I have to say, we have used that Festool on multiple projects in our home. So not only that this tool was just kind of a one, because it is a sander, it's a great sander. It's great for doing like drywall jobs. And if you have other sanding projects that you need to get done, it's really great for that. So we knew that it would also be something that Mike could use in the future and in more projects that we have going on around the house. So we didn't feel like we were investing $2,000 into one task that we were trying to get done. So in our book, the $2,000 for a great sander that had an extractor on it that we could use on multiple projects just seemed like the way to go. And I have to say, we are so excited that we made that decision. It saved us so much money. The thing I will say is, it's for me as a woman, I was like, nah, I didn't want to kind of have to up that upward motion, and doing that too long was a bit of a strain for me. Even for Mike, doing so much of the house, after time, you just need to take breaks in between, because you're looking up and you're holding, and it's not a light material, a light machine. So what I will say is, if you have back problems or if you can't lift heavy things, you definitely want to look at the weight on the product to make sure it's something that you can handle. I know that Festool also, for this sander, have a backpack that, or it's kind of like a not a backpack. I don't know why I said a backpack, but it has a brace that you can put on that helps stabilize the tool while you're using it. So that could be helpful for anyone who cannot lift anything that's heavy. So just wanted to mention that also. And I'll link that also in case that's something that you want to add on to your Festool. So the other thing, I did not mention this, but the other thing that I did want to mention is that they do in certain areas rent the Festool. So if you didn't want to jump on a $2,000 price point to get it, or you just needed it to take your popcorn ceilings down and you're not going to use it again, you can think about renting it. Now, I don't think you can rent it in all areas. I know when we were looking at renting it versus buying in the Atlanta area, I saw that there was a tool rental place that you can get it. And I can't remember the other place, but you can definitely, there's options to rent the Festool. So that's something else that you may want to think about. That may be a cheaper option if you're just trying to get the popcorn ceilings down. So also with the Festool, you'll need to get the bags. And these are the bags that collects all of the dust as it extracts in. And so it basically lies within the Festool here, and then all the dust comes in, and when it fills up, you can just dump it out. The great thing about the bags are they're reusable. So as you're working on a project, you don't have to put a new bag each time that you finish. It's not like the old school vacuum bags or anything like that. So you can reuse the bag as many times as you can. So it is something that is reusable there. And so that's great about it also. But you also have, it comes with some of the sanding pads, but you will probably, depending on how many spaces you're doing, want to get extra pads. And sometimes you can get those locally or on Amazon. And so I'll be sure to link that down below. And that's just kind of the sanding pad to put on your Festool. So I'll have all exactly what we have in the description box below, from the sanding pads, the Festool. We don't have the brace, but everything, I will put that all down there below for you. But friends, it's really just an amazing tool to get that job done, because that's been such a tedious and difficult job over the years. I remember when my parents went and had their popcorn ceilings taken down, and it was just a mess, and a company had did it. So this was so rewarding to be able to get our popcorn ceilings down. All of the ceilings in the house now are just smooth and beautiful. It looks refreshed. It looks new, and I didn't have to contend or deal with a bunch of debris around the home. So I definitely, if you have any questions about the Festool, about our process, please let me know in the comments. Mike and I, we will answer any questions that we can. If we can't, we'll let you know we don't know. So friends, I hope you have found today's video very helpful. I hope that if you have any questions, you will definitely let me know. Mike and I will answer any questions on the Festool that we can answer. And if we don't know the answer, we'll let you know we don't know the answer, but we will try to help you as much as possible, because this has been such a huge blessing for us to get this popcorn ceilings down. And friends, I have to say, the ceilings look amazing. I love that. Oh, I do want to mention that when you're using the Festool, it gets the majority, I would say 99% of it down. But around your edges, you do want to have like a hand sander, because sometimes I notice in the corners, the Festool, because it's round, it doesn't get in that corner good, but it's only a little bit of it that you can just sand off. But you do want to actually have that on hand too. I forgot to mention that. And if I think of anything else, I'll note it in the comments, but I think that's pretty much it with it. But I hope this has been so helpful for so many of you, and I wish you so much success in your home. And also, if you are new to At Home with Nikki, I say welcome. I'm so glad you're here, and I have so much content that I'm behind on getting out to you as far as kind of our home. I want to do a home tour. I know upcoming is a butler's pantry tour, kitchen tour. We are rounding out the kitchen tour, all the rooms, entryway, so many things on the horizon, along with I have plans to incorporate other content where I share tips for kind of getting your house in order for the spring, and just, you know, all those things that I love to share. So I hope that you will click that subscribe button and also the bell so that you're notified when my videos post. You guys, I love you. I hope you all are doing great. I will see you at the next video. And this is Nikki saying goodbye.